Once upon a time, in a quiet little village, there lived an old lady who was known by everyone. She wasn't rich, she didn't have fancy clothes, but she had something far more precious. She was always smiling. Whether it rained or the sun was burning hot, whether life brought her joy or sorrow, her smile never faded. The villagers admired her deeply. They came to her whenever they felt lost or broken, because somehow, just being around her made life feel lighter. One day, a curious young man couldn't stop himself and asked, "Grandmother, how is it that you are always so happy? Don't you ever feel pain or sadness?" The old lady's eyes sparkled. She leaned closer and said softly, "My child, life is like the sky. Sometimes it's full of sunshine. Sometimes it's covered in storms. But if you only stare at the clouds, you'll forget the sun is still shining behind them. Happiness does not come from the world outside. It is born inside you." The young man was puzzled. But how? How can someone smile when life is unfair? The old woman took a deep breath and began her story. "When I was young, I had a loving husband and beautiful children. We didn't have much money, but we were happy. Then, one day, tragedy struck. My husband fell gravely ill. We tried everything, but we couldn't save him. That day, my world collapsed. I cried endlessly, thinking happiness had left me forever. But as time passed, I realized something important. My sorrow would not bring him back. My children still needed a mother who could smile, who could give them hope. And so I decided, I will not let pain steal my future. I will not let darkness win." The young man listened with wide eyes as the old lady continued. "From that day, every morning I make a choice. I wake up, look at the sky, and tell myself, today is a new gift. Today I will find one reason, just one, to be happy. Maybe it's a flower blooming on the roadside, maybe it's a bird singing, maybe it's a friend's smile. Happiness is not about having a perfect life. It's about finding the perfect little things hidden in every day." The young man hesitated, then asked, "But what about truly terrible times? When everything seems broken, what then?" The lady smiled knowingly. "My child, nothing in life lasts forever, not even pain. When storms come, I remind myself, this too shall pass. Even in the darkest night, the stars are still there. Even in the hardest times, there is always something left to be grateful for. Health, friendship, or simply the miracle of being alive. Happiness is a choice. You can choose to focus on the shadows, or you can choose to walk towards the light." The young man felt a warmth in his heart. He thanked the old lady and promised himself that from that day forward, he would try to see the beauty hidden in every moment. And as he lived this way, his life transformed. He became calmer, stronger, and more grateful. Soon, the old lady's wisdom spread across the whole village. People laughed more, shared more, and found happiness not in wealth or luck, but in gratitude and perspective. The village blossomed, not because problems disappeared, but because hearts had changed. And so the wise old lady taught everyone the greatest secret. Happiness does not come from the world. It comes from the way we see the world. No matter how heavy life feels, no matter how strong the storm, there is always a reason to smile. Happiness is not found, it is chosen. And when you choose it, life itself becomes lighter.